3:14 a.m. You're staring at the ceiling. Nothing happened today that was actually an emergency, but your brain is running a full incident report on a comment you made 11 hours ago, and it will not close the ticket. And it's not just 3 a.m. It's the drive home, unprompted. It's mid-sentence in a conversation about something else entirely, when one word reminds it of another word from a different conversation 4 days ago. It's the second you put your phone down. The alarm doesn't check a clock before it goes off. It just needs a trigger, and almost anything can be won. A tone of voice, a word choice, a silence that lasted half a second too long. Here's the strange part. Your mind isn't trying to hurt you. It's trying to protect you from a version of the future it can't see yet. And because it can't see it, it would rather investigate a crime that never happened than admit it has no idea what happens next. That's the real engine under all of this. Not malfunction. Vigilance with nowhere to point itself. Think of it like a smoke detector. A smoke detector can't tell the difference between a house fire and burnt toast. It just screams and lets you sort out which one it was. Your mind does the same thing with your memories, and it doesn't wait for a convenient moment to do it. An awkward pause in a text conversation and an actual mistake at work get filed under the same alarm, and either one can go off while you're lying awake at 3 a.m., standing in a checkout line, or half listening to someone else talk. So it goes off constantly, on no schedule at all, running drills for a fire that was never burning, because some part of you has decided that fire and toast deserve equal attention, wherever you happen to be when it remembers. And it costs you more than sleep. It costs you the present moment, whichever one you happen to be in when it decides to fire. You're at your kid's soccer game, physically there, but mentally back in Tuesday's meeting, still auditing your own tone. You're brushing your teeth, and suddenly you're 11 again, replaying something a teacher said. You're mid-laugh at a dinner table, and some unrelated word yanks you sideways into an old conversation you thought you were done with. Your body shows up wherever it's supposed to be. Your attention doesn't check the schedule. It just goes where the alarm points it. Any hour, any errand, any ordinary 5 minutes. Once you see that, 3 things the alarm tells you stop working on you. It tells you that thinking harder will produce the fix. This is the bait, and it doesn't need a quiet room to work. It can hook you standing at the sink, or waiting for a page to load, or the moment you're finally alone with your thoughts for 10 seconds in an elevator. It feels like problem solving. You're figuring it out, getting somewhere. Really, you're circling the block. The useful insight, if there was one, usually showed up in the first 2 minutes, wherever those 2 minutes happen to be. Everything after that is the same, 3 thoughts wearing different outfits, following you from the kitchen to the car to your desk, and you keep redigging the same hole and calling it progress. Here's why the redigging feels so convincing. Stand in front of a mirror for 30 seconds, and you see yourself. Stand there for 10 minutes, and you start finding flaws you never noticed. An asymmetry, something off that wasn't there a minute ago. Nothing changed. You just kept looking. Overthinking runs the same trick. It isn't that you're uncovering more truth the longer you stare at something. It's that staring itself manufactures significance. Sometimes the problem was never what you were examining. It was how long you'd been staring at it. It tells you that everyone else is running the same footage of you that you are running of yourself. Hours later, at random, folding laundry, walking to your car, in the middle of an unrelated meeting, you replay the half-second before your coworker replied. You assign it weight, annoyance, judgment, something. They've already forgotten the message exists. They moved on somewhere between sending it and lunch. This is close to what's called the spotlight effect, and the mirror explains why it feels so airtight. you're not necessarily finding real evidence against yourself. You're just getting better at manufacturing meaning out of tiny details the longer you inspect them, whatever time of day the inspection happens to start. Mostly, nobody else is running that footage at all. Everyone's too busy staring into their own mirror at their own random hour to be looking into yours. And it tells you that peace, if you ever got there, would feel like an empty room. A mind that spent years scanning for threats doesn't idle well. It was never built for neutral, so when the noise actually drops, it goes looking for something to worry about just to have a job again. And that search never really resolves, because underneath it, your mind has quietly decided that certainty is the only thing that would finally make it safe to stop. But certainty about most things doesn't exist. Life doesn't close out that cleanly. So the argument doesn't end. It just moves to the next question. Forever, unless something else interrupts it. Which is worth sitting with. Why would calm feel less safe than chaos? Most people assume peace is the default you return to. But if alertness has been your resting position for years, stillness doesn't register as home. It registers as exposed. So what actually helps isn't arguing with the alarm. You can't reason with a smoke detector, only change your relationship to the noise. Notice the alarm. Check if there's an actual fire. If there isn't, let it wring itself out instead of running toward it with a bucket. You'll still notice things other people miss. The tone shift, the pause, the thing nobody said out loud. That's not the part that needs fixing. What's worth loosening is the reflex that turns every noticed thing into a case file, because the goal was never to make the alarm go silent. Thoughts don't stop coming, and they're not supposed to. The goal is for them to stop having the final word. Your mind was never against you. It's just been standing guard so long it forgot how to stand down, mistaking silence for the calm before something, and not just for calm. Maybe that's the real move here. Not becoming someone who thinks less, but becoming someone who isn't, dragged around by every alarm that goes off uninvited, whatever hour it picks. Whenever it goes off again, at 3:14 a.m., mid-conversation, in a checkout line, over something already finished and already unchangeable. You don't have to win the argument with it. You just have to stop treating every alarm like a fire. Most of them are burnt toast. Let the smoke clear on its own, wherever you're standing when it does.